Ooh, that is some weird looking water. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it doesn't look like water. It's for one, it's moving really slowly, and it almost looks way too viscous. It looks like Jello or something. Like it's like slow and slurpy instead of quickly sloshy like water. It looks kind of cool, but it does look wrong at the same time. Unless that's not supposed to be water, and it is supposed to be something weirdly viscous, but I don't think so.
So this is the great Library of Gno. Do you know much about this place?
Do you know much about this place?
The library was once a school that taught the magical arts, but since Silver outlawed...
A wizard outlawed magic?
Closed.
It's a little bit hypocritical, even for the bad guy.
Something seems wrong.
Oh my god, weird goblin creatures. I'm sure it's fine.
Who, or rather what, were they?
I don't know, they look like little imps or goblins or something.
They appeared to be some type of imp. They looked devilish.
As imps tend to.
But they are small, insignificant against our swords.
Oh, he said against. Oh my god, he's Canadian.
And if there are 100 more imps inside?
Then we chop through them all, and we eat well tonight.
I'll destroy them all.
Yeah.
We'd better hurry then.
I'm a little annoyed by how cocksure David is. Although I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love Grandad so far. He's kind of badass, but also fairly pragmatic.
I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't force the door open.
Man, if only we had like a torch and we could set it on fire.
Step aside. Let me try.
I'm youthful and exuberant. Or maybe we could have done it together.
Fortunately for you, I must have stressed the lock when I forced the...
Yes. I'm sure you did most of the work.
Yes, grandfather.
I like Grandad. He's kind of cool. He's my favorite character so far. Not that there have been very many, but I hope he sticks around. I'm worried this game is going to do the thing a lot of stuff does, where like we have our wise mentor character who dies early on as part of our growth, is that we then, you know, our wise mentor that trained us dies so that we then have to take care of ourselves. I hope they don't do that, because I actually quite like Grandad. That was easy. Well, they apparently die in one hit. Oh, yeah. So, they're problematic through their numbers, not their prowess. Grandad? Oh, there you go. Oh, he just shanked that one. He does more damage than me.
Hey, wait there!
Why would he wait? You just get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, I quite forgot myself. How rude I must seem. Thank you for helping me with those creatures. How could I ever repay you?
I don't know. Like, what do I even need? I guess I'm just looking for a telescope.
Well, the Duke led us to believe that there is a telescope within the library. If you could help us locate it, we would be very grateful.
Yes, of course. There is a telescope in the observatory.
That's where they usually are.
Oh, but
what?
Teronus the Diabolist is there.
Ooh, that's a hell of a name.
Sure, he'd help, but he can be quite uncivil.
How uncivil? Are we talking like I need to kill him, or he's just a bit of a dick?
Portal to another dimension, allowing those little imps who so efficiently disposed of the towers. He must close it before we're completely overrun.
If necessary, we could help close the portal.
We could just chop through these imps all day.
Locate Jennifer and the ship first.
Please, just be careful.
Okay, yeah, there's that swinging when I close the text again. Okay, so that door is blocked by a magical barrier, it seems. That door clearly needs a key. So I guess that's the only way I can go?
I'll try to be of some use and run for help.
Okay. I don't think we really need help. We're just looking for a... Well, I mean, I don't know what it takes to close the portal, but we're basically just chopping through imps that die in one hit. Like so. Oh, he took two. Wow, what a bamf. Ooh, that one was a different color. Oh, he ran off. I'm assuming he summoned more. I wonder if I could kill him fast enough if he doesn't summon more. Ooh, it's killing the frame rate. There's a bluntness to the combat. I mean, there's like, it really is just mashing the A button there. Especially because these do die in one hit. I'm not having to be careful about like direction or blocking. I'm just mashing A there. So there's like a blunt stupidity to the combat, like a hack and slash beat 'em up game. But I kind of like it. Again, I'm mostly just really fucking happy it's not turn-based, but it's not particularly nuanced either by the standards of real-time combat. Oh yeah, he's way too fast to take out. So I'm assuming he's going to be the, I guess, mid-boss. We'll eventually track him down and kick his ass, but he's going to summon wave after wave while we try to catch up with him. Fair enough. And the stupid noises these things make as they die is kind of funny. Yeah, this is kind of fun. So clearly there's a chest up there. That door needs a key. I don't know if that's the same door that needed a key in the first room. Like, have we just gone around it, or is that a different one? With the changing camera perspectives, I don't actually know for sure which way I'm facing. It looks like these books and scrolls or whatever are not readable. It's a little disappointing. This is an impressive looking library. I mean, like, what are these, like 80-foot ceilings? It's crazy. But it is kind of weirdly empty. Oh, here we go. There's some actual bookshelves. Although they're not very big. It's like a decent size, but for like the 80-foot ceilings we have, you'd expect those bookshelves to go like all the way up and have ladders. For as comically huge as this place is, I would expect more books. Ooh, that one has a slingshot. Oh, can I pick it up? Oh, yes. Oh, and they're calling it catapult, because this game is British. Spiral House that made it is from England. So that should be in here. Yes, catapult. So, how do I... So A still punches, so I'm guessing I have to go R? Oh no, I use L that normally scrolls the screen around. We'll highlight them and then... Oh, then A fires. Okay. Interesting. So with a ranged weapon attack equipped, you still attack physically with the normal attacks, like the A button and while holding R. So you instead hold L, and then I guess cycle through with the trigger, like you cycle through these icons. So we have an imp here that, it looks like he's wearing clothes?
Your skills leave a lot to be desired. I have a book you should read. Bullseye, your catapult, your friend.
I defeated your playmates.
Why is this one not dumb?
You insult me! Those illiterate barbarians have nothing to do with me!
Why are you not dumb?
What's that done to you? You placed me on a par with those idiots!
But what makes you not on par?
My grandson is young and proud. You wounded his ego.
But Grandad...
Nice save, grandfather.
Yes, I can see that, but judging by his performance, his ego could do with it.
Yeah, it really could.
Now run along! You've wasted quite enough of my valuable reading time!
Wow. So, can I read the actual book then? He said something about your catapult, Did he give me a book? And there isn't one to scroll to. I guess that was just a line of dialogue, and he wasn't literally telling me to read a book about catapults. That's a shame. Oh well, let's go back to the sword. Which unfortunately means I also need to re-equip the shield. Oh, that's annoying. So like, now if I switch the catapult, when I want to go back to the sword, I can't just go back to the sword. I also have to do the shield. Ugh, that's too many inputs to switch weapons. Don't like it. These bookshelves are not usable. And yet, look how huge this room is. My God, this room's big. I mean, like, if look at that. If we're about 6 feet tall, and the ceiling isn't even in view, scrolled. My God, this is a big room. And there's just 3 bookshelves that don't even go all the way up. I mean, there might be more to the right here that are just out of view, but like, there's a lot of wasted space in here. Although that sort of relief carving on the wall there is a nice detail. Big ass tapestries. Although I'd like to see more actual, like some sort of image on the tapestries instead of just a background with like a trim pattern. All the little tassely bits along the bottom are a nice detail. I do like the archway here, where it's got like prowling creatures on top of the pillars. That's kind of cool. And bare walls. There's some exposed brick up there. Somebody needs to get up there and patch that, but it would take a hell of a ladder to reach it. Can I kill you now? Oh no, I'm not allowed to move yet. I totally had time to slash him, but didn't let me. And now in this closer camera angle, we can get a good look at these things. They appear to be wearing diapers. or nappy, to be more, I guess, area correct. Why do they have nappies? Like, who put them on them? Did they put them on themselves? And if so, why? Are they ashamed of their disgusting tiny imp genitalia? Or you wouldn't think they'd be smart enough to care, really. So we have a man reading a book on the shitter, apparently. Nice snakes wrapped around these pillars. Those are kind of cool. And there's enough detail in the background that you can even sort of make out individual scales. Like, it's a fairly well-rendered background for being a compressed image. And then we just have some portraits of whoever the fuck. Die, potato. Some bread and $50. Nice. And I cannot tell what that image is. What the hell am I looking at? I can't parse that at all. Oh well. Let's do our awkward bow-legged run up the stairs. The animation, it's very smooth, but it's extremely smooth, but a little too slow. It almost looks like we're running in slow motion. The attacking animations don't feel too slow, but the run really does. That stack of books. Wait a minute, look at the size of those books. I mean, those books are like 4 feet wide. Okay, see now we're seeing more like what I would expect, like lots of bookshelves and big-ass bookshelves that go all the way to the ceiling where you would need a ladder to get up them. That's more like I would expect. Although it's weird to have what appears to be a bottomless pit in a library. But again, I like the snake pillars. Those are great. I'm not entirely sure why this place is in such disrepair, though. Like, is again, more exposed brick? Is the painting fell off the wall? Is this library not used by anybody? Oh my god, even more giant bookshelves. Yeah, see, this is what a library should look like. I don't know why that first room seemed so devoid of stuff. Oh, this room looks great. I don't know who that is. Is that the guy I'm looking for? Is that just some ancillary fucker? I could have been chasing after those imps quite some time ago, but of course I wasn't allowed to move until I saw the whole thing of him running away and then chasing after him. Ooh, they're just spawning in on screen. Okay. Oh, I guess this guy with the banana is summoning them in. I'm assuming it's a scepter of some kind and not a banana, but from here, it kind of just looks like he's a jester imp waving a banana around. You know, at this distance, and with the railings in the way, it's actually kind of hard to tell which way I'm facing. The combat is very sloppy, and I'm kind of okay with that, but there is no finesse to this so far.
You're welcome, but please try to calm yourself a little.
Stop shitting yourself. I can't stand the smell.
Yes, of course. I'm fine. Sorry, where are my manners? Professor Whittle, philosopher of life and ponderer of all unanswered questions.
Your title is too long, Mr. Whittle.
They get everywhere, don't they? Pesky devils.
Goddamn scabies.
But the flying imps are the worst, especially if they get in close. Much better to get them before they get near, don't you think?
I suppose.
I fear your staying here will only place you in even more danger.
My god, even more? Even more than not much at all?
Oh, please, don't worry about me. You've done more than enough as it is.
But I don't think you have any weapons, and the imps are not taken care of yet. Do you want a weapon? Like, should I at least give you my catapult?
Well, go on then. I'll be fine. Out of sight and out of firing range.
I mean, maybe, but what if they, like, roam around and now you're not out of sight anymore? I mean, they'll eventually find you, but... Sure, it's fine. I'll just leave you alone. If you get mauled by imps, don't blame me. I do wish at least some of these books were readable. See, this would be a great place for, like a lot of RPGs have readable books that give you, like, backstory on the world. This would be a great opportunity to have at least some of these books. Maybe not the ones on the shelves, but, like... maybe ones that are out on tables in some of these rooms would be readable and would give us a little bit of setting, you know, describe the world a little bit. Okay, can I finally slash this fucker? Oh, no, he's not hittable. And those ones are out of range. Can I shoot them from here? It seems like too steep an angle, but it works. Yeah, I do kind of wish there was a faster way to change weapons, especially considering I have to do the shield as well. I wish equipping the sword automatically did the shield as well, because there isn't like a dual wielding system where like I could have in my left hand, I could have either a shield or something else, like in addition to a sword in my right. Like when I equip this catapult, it goes into my right as well. So like, there's really no reason to equip the sword but not equip the shield, because nothing else can go in my shield hand. So the act of equipping the sword should kind of just automatically do the shield anyway, right? It's weird I have to do both. And I would like a faster way to sort of toggle between a ranged weapon and melee. Like maybe instead of switching equips, maybe I could just have equipped a ranged weapon and a physical setup and then just toggle between them, as opposed to going to the actual equip menu. I feel like that could be done better, although we are limited here by the fact that there just aren't that many buttons on the Dreamcast controller, because we only have 2 shoulder buttons instead of 4 like the PlayStation. The stick does not have a button. You can't click the stick in as a button, and there's only 1 stick. So, and there's no select button, there's only start. So we have a fair bit fewer buttons than something like a PlayStation, so that is an issue with the Dreamcast, is the fairly limited number of buttons on the controller. That has a tangible impact on gameplay, because it gives you fewer options for things to control, and you start having to do more things with like menus or modifier keys instead of having dedicated buttons for it. So we got some gold, a health potion, bread, cheese. Excellent. Nothing else in here appears to be usable, although that door now is. Nice spiral staircase here. Spiral staircases always looking nice. This is a good looking location. We have some nice pillars here, which instead of just being copy-pasted snake pillars like we've seen in other rooms, these are different. They're like gargoyles being squished between pillars. So there's like a gargoyle sitting on the pillar, and then the next pillar up is on top of it, kind of crushing it, like the gargoyle is supporting the weight. That's a cool idea for a pillar. It's much more striking than if it was just a pillar. Gold, food, apple, cheese. I think there's some bread as well. Yeah, bread. Okay. Apparently the game gives you lots of food.
Spare me, please! I'll make it worth your while. I'll take you to my sacred place.
Wow, he delivered that with some feeling. Am I allowed to spare him? Oh, okay, this guy hits a little harder. But he died all the same.
Please don't hurt me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with my secret hoard.
If this is a trap, I will kill you so hard.
Show us your treasure.
You spared my life. I'm grateful. Now, please, come quickly. Hurry!
Wow, voice actor's putting some serious feeling into that. It's only secret because of the fixed camera angle. Otherwise, if you were on the stairs, you would totally see that way.
Those guards.
I will eat an apple, which will cure my wounds, somehow. And I will thrust this one repeatedly to death. Yeah, it's weird the slash attack does less than the chop. Those are basically the same thing, the vertical and horizontal. You're still just slashing a sword at him, but for some reason, this does 4, and that does 3. Although the thrust still does far more, but it's slower, so your DPS is lower. They appear to be burning books for heat, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to have any reverence for books, so that's kind of a sensible detail to have. Ooh.
I could never let you have my treasure. You don't deserve it. It's mine. Or mine.
Then why did you even bother leading us here? Ooh, double kill. Bunch more food, some gold. The Chronicler again. I mean, I complained a little bit ago about I would prefer to be able to save like from the pause screen here instead of having fixed save locations. But on the other hand, this guy shows up on like every other screen, so the gaps between saves is small enough that it's not actually going to be a problem at all. So I rescind that complaint, I think. Oh, you little shit. Oh, and apparently that's not a magical barrier. I thought it was. Okay, can I murder you now? Okay, he drank whatever it was, which made him badass. Wow, okay. Oh, that does no damage. I'm not terribly surprised by that. Okay, I just pulled off the web of death, and I have no idea how I did. I think we're gonna have to read the manual on that one, and I'm gonna eat something. Oh god. And I doubt my shield works on his main attack. It does not work on the shockwave, which of course makes sense. Okay, he stops to pant after his big attack, so I just wait for my opening. There we go. Which seems to do more damage anyway, because I guess he's weakened? Victory fanfare. Yes, I pushed the A button. My shield is almost broken, but I have 2 more, so that's not a problem. Thanks for your help, Grandad. I mean, he didn't help with the boss at all, but he was apparently taking out bitches up here. And we didn't get any treasure from the guy, I just noticed. Because whatever it was, he drank it, which made him the badass swole version, but I thought he would, like, drop something. Oh, that was kind of cool.
Feeble little imps with their ineffectual little punches.
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, you weren't very much help, were you?
Do you have any idea how many imps I chopped through to get here? Don't give me that crap.
Yes, whatever. Now quick, what do you want? My time is precious.
I'm David, and this is my grandfather.
I have neither
Whose name is literally Grandad.
for tedious introductions.
Well, we were hoping you'd be able to help us operate the telescope.
I think I need to turn down the music relative to the dialogue.
Then I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. I couldn't help you use the telescope even if I was suitably inclined to do so.
But we were led to believe that you would.
By someone who's not you, which, I mean, wasn't a guarantee.
Ordinarily, yes, but the telescope is powered by an old boiler situated in the caves beneath.
Why do you need to power a telescope? Oh, I guess to move it, maybe?
That power since I have misguidedly opened up a portal into a demonic dimension.
Uh-huh, yeah. So the imps are your fault.
By a rather formidable demon. The demon acts as a nexus, a link between our 2 worlds. Kill him, and the connection will break. Then with the portal close.
And I'm assuming you're not going to help me with this at all.
Could you take us to the caves?
I could, but there's something you'll need first. Follow me.
So there appears to be like a chest or something over here, but it's like incorporeal? Yeah, maybe that's a thing that becomes tangible later, and it appears to be a chest, but I can't quite tell. Because everything in this game is a massive wide shot, which again, since this, like I said, this game was on PC, that would be a little better on PC, given that you could run this game at higher than 640 by 480. Because here I'm in plain VGA, but on a PC you could presumably at the time do like 800 by 600. That's a pretty bitchin' looking telescope. Although it appears to be weirdly distorted by the camera angle. It's kind of stretched oblong. It doesn't quite look truly round, like I think it's supposed to be. Because like this whole image, since we're scrolling here, it's a fairly wide angle shot, and this is kind of the edge of it. So like if you saw the whole image pulled out and this whole room filled the screen, the geometry wouldn't look weird. But since we're cropped in like this, it looks a little stretched. Not horribly so, but the perspective's a little wonky on that. Nice shadow there. Obviously pre-calculated as part of the background, but it's got some nice shape and movement to it.
Why? What's in it?
Is it a bomb?
Something very special. I think you'll find it rather inspiring.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh my god, JC, a bomb! Oh no, it's an ice wand.
It's relatively.
Relatively. Relative to what?
It's an ice wand. Fortunately, I've not had to use it myself, but if used correctly, it's very powerful.
How do I use it? I guess just equip it and hit A, probably.
Are you coming or not?
Where to?
I'm not allowed to move yet.
Back to the entrance hall. Please hurry. I have no patience for time wastes.
Well then, then stop talking, dumbass.
Excuse me. I thought you required help, not custom.
Uh-huh, yeah, stop talking if you're that impatient. Jesus. Fucking weirdo.
Before the teleport closes.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it was on a timer.
Come on then.
No, I'll leave this magic malarkey to you. I'd feel much better using my own 2 feet.
Oh, you have some kind of problem with teleports? Alright. Fair enough. Hey, that actually gives him a little bit of character. I'd be curious to know why he doesn't trust teleports. Maybe there's some horrible incident when he was younger, but it's a nice detail that he didn't just jump in blindly. And oh my god, the bad guys are on the way. We're so boned.
Where's your grandfather?
He decided to walk. He's wary of anything magical. He doesn't trust anything he doesn't understand.
Fair
I
enough.
suppose it does take a superior intellect to decipher the complexities of magic.
It's not so much a superior intellect as it is just like learning how they work.
Speaking of magic, what seals that door?
Oh yes, that. I had to use one of my spells to minimize the spreading...
Okay, so that is a barrier. But why was I able to walk through the same effect on the area the imp led me to? That wasn't a barrier.
Hurry. We've wasted...
Wow, Grandad made good time. Oh, look, he's panting there. Nice detail. Oh my god, more goons to hack through.
So,
However will I cope?
this is where you've been hiding. It's ironic that it's duty that finally compels me to finish what I started all those years ago.
What does he mean?
Does he know you?
Second time he's mentioned your past.
David, please go. Now is not the time.
Oh no, are we gonna do that bullshit where he dies early, like I said?
Listen to your grandfather. We should leave before it's too late.
But why would it be too late? Can't we just kill these guys and then go to the boiler and kill the demon? Is there a ticking clock element here? Because I was not of the impression that there was.
You're not going anywhere. You're charged with treason against your emperor, and the mandatory sentence is death. Guards, kill them.
Yeah. Why can't I go down and help? This makes no sense. Why do I just have to stand here? I'm not allowed to move. And I'm sure Grandad can take him, but, wouldn't it make sense for me to help? Line?
I see you're not quite as decrepit as you look, old man. I'll just have to kill you myself.
Why can't I go help? This makes no sense. I'm just standing there.
David, run! No!
See, we're back to that issue I was talking about, of without editing. See, like in a conventionally shot cinematic, that all would have happened way faster. It'd be like, you know, quick cut, you know, close-up shot, cut, cut, cut. That all would have happened very quickly. But in this really wide shot, it all happens so slowly that it becomes really distractingly fourth wall breaking, that I'm seeing just the edge of my character up there. I can see my sword and a little bit of my shield just sitting there doing nothing the whole time. And so then I can't help but think to myself, well, why is my character just standing here doing nothing? Whereas if this was a cinematic that was cut really quickly, and that whole scene of like the two guards coming after him, Grandad like hit one and then the other and then they're down, and then Fuge came out and stabbed him. If that all happened in the span of like 7 seconds, it wouldn't feel weird that my character is standing there doing nothing. But it took so much longer than that it became very strange. That's, again, the limitation you have with fixed backgrounds. Everything happens just a little more slowly than it should.
Your grandfather was no real challenge. I will take greater time and pleasure in killing you.
Well, then get up here and do it.
Let him go to you. Your grandfather's already dead. If you stay and fight, his death means nothing. For Fuge will kill you too.
And this dialogue is taking so long, he could have walked up here and killed me 3 times by now. But sure. He's just gonna let me go, I guess.
That's it. Run like the coward I know you to be.
Yeah, I'll kick your ass later. It's fine. Whatever. I'm disappointed Grandad's already dead, because he was my favorite character.
I believe he's dead. He should be at my side.
Yeah, he should, because he was actually a really likable character.
Very good at things that require sympathy and understanding.
Then shut the fuck up and let's get down to this goddamn boiler.
But I'm sure he's with you, somewhere.
In your heart, or whatever.
Grandfather, if you are, I promise you this. Fuge will die by my sword. Vengeance will be my power.
Okay, he could have read that with a little more feeling. I guess I can't get to that chest. Oh, I must go, like, out there, around and come back in? Let's try that. Well, I guess we're rotating through companions, because now we have this asshole, who's not particularly interesting.
Dear me, the imp infestation is escalating out of control. I should reevaluate my calculation methods.
Teronus, I really don't think now is the appropriate time for readjusting multiplication.
Can we stop with the superfluous dialogue? I'm not getting any character out of Teronus here, so he may as well just shut the fuck up. And he's not helping at all. Even though we did see him zap imps earlier, meaning he's clearly combat capable.
You left me to fight the imps alone. You just stood there and watched.
Surely you're not suggesting I use my magic for any purpose other than self-defense?
Okay. Well, can you run out?
Well, in between getting kicked and punched, yes, it did cross my mind.
It would be morally corrupt of me to use magic for anything other than safeguarding my own well-being.
But isn't the well-being of others pretty much the same thing?
Didn't you find it even slightly immoral to do nothing while I risked my life defending us?
No.
Wow. I like how blunt that was. This guy's kind of an asshole, but whatever.
Your adventures have been many.
Yes, they have. Let's go ahead and save. Scroll over, scroll down. Oh, I already don't like this save screen. This is going to be so tiresome by the end of the game. And why does it tell me the save is complete? Why do games do that? I know that save is complete by the fact that the screen closed. Like, why tell me save complete and flash it 3 times, then close the screen? Just close the screen and I will infer that the save is complete. Like, so pointless. And I've seen so many games do that. So we could go in there, or this one I think is the one that will lead actually to the chest. So I have no idea what the door to the far left goes to. That's a rather tranquil garden there. Oh, this is not at all the room I thought it was. Well then... Oh, I'm actually not allowed to leave the screen while there's enemies. I hadn't picked up on that. Come down here where I can slash you. There. Cool. Yeah, the catapult's alright, but I think the benefit of it is that it apparently has infinite ammo. Okay, so maybe this door here then goes to the chest. Although
I'll wait out here. I wouldn't want to get in your way.
Okay, no. Apparently that leads to the demon.
Don't worry, you know me. Anything to help, think nothing of it. Now hurry up, I'll be fine.
You know, Teronus, you're a turbo douche, so I'm gonna go the other way. Very slowly. Oh, the aliasing on those bird chirps. Ooh. No, that's
This should be easy enough.
not where I thought either. I feel like this layout doesn't quite make sense. No, the other guy. That one, yes. Okay, the cycling through targets does not actually work that well. I kind of wish I could just shoot the direction I'm facing, but having to cycle through linearly with R, and there's only a cycle forward, because I just cycle by tapping R, so there's no forward and back, meaning I have to cycle past every single enemy to pick the one I want. It's not that efficient, honestly. It's a thing I can get used to for sure, but I feel like it could work better. Thrust. Oh, Jesus, that hurt. Okay. That seems to be a decent tactic, is thrust, and then hit A, B to jump back, and then thrust again, jump back. Yeah, the jump back is about the distance of the thrust, so you can kind of stay in place while doing that. Because kind of the inherent problem with the thrust is that it does continually inch you forward. There's some really nasty bit depth falling apart on the left side of the screen here. Those shadows have gone really wonky from quantization error. So these backgrounds look more kind of compressed like I was expecting. I guess the large areas of gray really show the insufficient bit depth really obviously, so these backgrounds look more crunchy and compressed. This is more like what I was expecting the rest of the game to look like. And oh no, this load screen is taking a weirdly long time. Oh, don't do this to me, game. Well, luckily I just saved. Oh, I thought this disc would... I didn't expect to have any issues with the disc because it looks perfect. I'm really worried that means there's something wrong with this disc, and I'm gonna have to buy another copy. I've had to do that before. I had to buy another copy of Red Faction, if you recall, which ended up not being worth it because I really didn't like that game. So let's try that again. If that just doesn't work, I guess I'll just not go this way, since apparently the way I'm supposed to go is the other way anyway.
Easy enough.
If you say so. But please hurry. The lift is just through those doors.
Oh wait, is this the way forward? I didn't have him with me last time, so I didn't get that line of dialogue. So if this is the way forward, I should be going to the other doorway. I don't fucking know, man. See, this room, like a few of the ones we've had, is just weirdly empty. It's like an ungodly massive room with absolutely nothing in it, except like some statues in the corners, but it's just bizarrely barren. So that makes, like, there are the rooms with the bookshelves in them and like tons of books and cool pillars and stuff. It's weird that some of the rooms in this area have looked really detailed and nice, and then you have a few like this one that are just, they almost look unfinished. Like, it's weird there's nothing rendered into the background here. Okay, yeah, this is where the chest is. So this is exactly where I thought it was. I was confused by the fact that there was an intermediary room instead of this coming directly from that outside garden sort of area. Oh man, I do like the combat in this. It's sloppy and messy, but it's actually kind of satisfying, especially the crunchy impact sounds. They're like cheesy stock punch sounds that they sound really cheesy, but I actually love it because there's such a nice crunchy impact to it, which when you're just hammering the button and just beating your way through the enemies and it's making those crunchy crunchy sound effects, it's actually kind of satisfying in a schlocky, nuanceless sort of way. And the Chronicler did not come back here, so I guess I was wrong earlier when I speculated that leaving the screen and coming back would make him reappear. I guess you can only use each Chronicler once? Please work. Oh, it did. Okay. I guess it was a fluke last time.
Down into the heart of the cave.
Thank God. Because I think this game has actually gotten relatively pricey. Much more than when I bought it 9 years ago. Because yeah, I've had this game since, I think, 2015? I bought a Dreamcast in 2015, and this is one of the first games I bought for it, because I'd heard of it.
Well, David, good luck.
Yeah, thanks for the help, Teronus.
What? Aren't you coming with me?
No, of course not. Why would I help you?
One of us has to stay and pull the lever. Go on, you'll be fine without me.
Wow, it almost feels like you could design this to be either automated or have the lever on the lift itself.
Well, I've managed so far on my own. But what about the demon?
Yeah, how badass is this demon?
Did I say demon? No, he's more like an incubus.
Isn't that a type of demon?
And get in the lift.
What's an incubus?
Oh,
It's the male version of a succubus, which...
What did you say?
Nothing. Bye.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't get weirdly sexual, because, that'd be kind of awkward. Ooh, this boiler thing itself looks pretty cool. Like, riveted sheets together. It looks very, it almost looks like something you'd see in Myst, or, like, Riven, you know, one of the Cyan Dreams games. It just stylistically has that sort of look to it. Why is there a giant cave system underneath a library? Is that a rock monster? Oh, he hits pretty hard. Damn. And look at like this intricate stone pathway with like these steps carved directly into the rock. Why is this here? Why would you build, I mean, it would be quite difficult to carve these steps straight out of the rock like this. Just under some fucking library? Like, why is this here? I understand the boiler room being underneath the library, but why is there this intricate cave structure beneath the boiler room? See, with two of these guys, I can't just wait for them to attack. Because clearly with these guys, you're supposed to wait for them to attack and then you have your opening. But with two of them, the opening on one is basically just the chance for the other one to attack you. Also, they do a lot of damage to my shield. Yes. Beautiful.
I am the Chronicler.
Yes, I am aware you are the Chronicler. Gonna go ahead and save again since I got through the possibly problematic load screen. Yes, I know the save is complete. Just fuck off. If it's complete, then just fuck off. I don't get it. Oh, Jesus, 4 at once. And a weird imp creature that's incorporeal. Presumably meaning I can't hit him until these are taken care of. Yeah, slash does basically nothing to these guys. Okay. Ooh, hey. I thought I'd have to kill them all, but... Okay, I guess I get a few hits in... Oh no, does he just periodically become... Oh, he resurrects them. Oh, fuck, that's annoying. I just realized, though, so on this screen it said I was level 1. Yeah, I'm still level 1. I just realized I don't actually know how leveling works in this game. There's no thing here for experience points. Because I was just thinking, like, when I was attacking these guys... Oh, I totally forgot about the ice wand already. When I was attacking these guys, I got, oh, well, since he resurrected him, do I get more experience for killing it the second time? And then I just thought, oh, wait, I don't think there's experience in this game, is there? Maybe you just level up at fixed points, but yeah, I just realized I have no idea how leveling works. Okay, so he just broke my shield. Alright, let's get a new one equipped. And a carrot. Glorious. My god, I'm so healthy. Ice wand. Which actually just looks like a sword. So there are 2 doorways, left and right. I don't know if they loop around to the same place, but I'll just pick the left one arbitrarily. And I'm weirdly stretched because, yeah, the screen scrolls a lot. So I'm at the edge of it, which has led to me being weirdly distorted again. Like I'm strangely tall compared to how I'm typically rendered. And zoop, I've kind of shrunk down to my correct dimensions. This is the same type of distortion I briefly mentioned inside David's house in part 1, and this will be really obvious to anyone familiar with cameras and lenses, but this is the perspective distortion you get with a very wide angle of view, and it would normally not really be a problem as long as the image isn't larger than the screen. But because the background is a pre-rendered image, what's happening here is that that image has been made to be far larger than the screen size so that it can be panned across. But if that's done by rendering the image with a very wide-angle lens, you get perspective distortion where things look more and more stretched the closer they get to the edges of the background image. For example, this lens cap looks correctly circular in the center of an ultra-wide lens because the distortion is very minimal there. But at the edges, it can be made to look very much not circular. Of course, I'm exaggerating it by tilting to a steep angle for illustrative purposes, but even in real-world usage, the stretch at the edges can be quite visible. This floor tom has been stretched into an oval by being at the edge of the frame. And this is completely normal for a wide angle of view. That's just how it works. And if you can see the whole image at once, your brain has enough context clues for the perspective that it largely ignores this distortion, or at least buys the perspective such that the distortion isn't overly distracting. David's house interior has a very wide angle of view, but it doesn't pan at all. The whole thing fits on the screen, so you don't become overly aware of the distortion because you have complete geometric context to analyze. But if you remove those context clues by zooming in on a portion of the frame, which is what's happening in this cave area, suddenly the distortion becomes blatantly obvious and weird because your brain no longer has the context clues to rationalize the distortion against the geometry of the rest of the frame, because you're seeing only a fragment of the overall field of view at any one time. In other words, the perspective of the screen, which is what we're seeing, doesn't match the perspective of the background image itself. You're essentially enforcing a perspective on top of another perspective, and that disparity looks weird in a way it wouldn't if it was just one actually moving perspective. This is yet another limitation of pre-rendered fixed backgrounds that wouldn't be here if this was a real-time camera physically moving through 3D space, like it is in conventional 3D games. And I can show this with a real camera. These sticks projecting into the frame represent the perspective of the camera. They converge in the center of the frame, and they move with the camera, meaning we're seeing the entire perspective of the camera all at once. So no matter how much the content of the frame changes from the camera moving around, the geometry of the perspective distortion itself remains constant relative relative to the bounds of the frame, indicated by these sticks remaining in place regardless of camera movement. If I instead took a still image that's much larger, then cropped in on it and panned across it digitally, the geometry of the perspective distortion now changes relative to the bounds of the frame, because the underlying image extends far beyond the bounds of the frame, indicated by the sticks not being entirely in frame and not remaining in the same position throughout. This divorces the distortion from its overall geometric context, and so it becomes far more visually noticeable. The reason this problem doesn't show on every screen is that the severity of it is directly dependent on the angle of view of the background image. Perspective distortion at the edges gets much smaller as your angle of view gets narrower. So in a background image rendered with a narrow angle of view, even if it's much larger than the screen and we're only seeing a small piece of it, you don't get the obvious stretching at the edges. Here, I've stitched together the entire shot of the cavern, and seeing the whole thing like this, it actually looks pretty cool wide angle, and for the record, I love wide angle lenses, so this isn't a tirade against them in general, but you can now really see how wide it is, because we're looking at David from the side at the top of the frame and looking straight down at him at the bottom of the frame, which is basically a 90-degree angle of view on the vertical axis of the shot. And I can recreate this positioning with these batteries. With a sufficiently wide lens pointed between them, we're looking at the side of the top one and straight down at the bottom one. If I then did the same overall framing with a narrower lens, we're no longer looking straight at either of them, let alone both of them simultaneously. Even though they're in the same relative positions in the frame, we're now looking at a downward angle at the top one and no longer straight down at the bottom one, since we can now see some of the front label. And you also can't see under my desk anymore. So this is a less extreme perspective, but it does require the camera to be a lot farther away. But taking the wide-angle version and cropping in on the top battery to recreate the shot of David entering this screen, if I then made a version of this framing that is taken with a narrower lens and isn't cropped from the edges of a larger shot, but rather is the camera's entire perspective, you can clearly see the battery in the cropped-in wide-angle shot looks taller, which is directly analogous to David looking too tall here, which is what sent me on this whole tangent in the first place. Obviously, this is not a game-breaking big deal. It's debatably not even a real problem at all. It's just the occasional bit of perspective weirdness that's only particularly noticeable on a few screens in the entire game. But I would still prefer a real-time camera, primarily for the editing reason discussed in Part 1. Ooh. Oh, these guys are weak to the magic wand. So the ice wand actually is a sword, and I can just swing it like a normal sword. But then how do I use magic? Like, I thought it was gonna cast like ice spells, but either casting is a different mode, or you don't cast with it and it's just a sword that does ice damage. Maybe I hold L like, oh, I hold L like a ranged weapon, and then hit A. Ah, that fires a projectile. Okay. Oh, that's cool. But it otherwise functions just like a sword. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can't use it very many times though. I only fired it 3 times and it's basically 3/4 empty. So yeah, looks like you get 4 attacks. And then I don't know if it just, does it just recharge over time? Oh yeah, it's already quite a bit more full. But I do like how much more damage this is doing than my regular sword. At least to these rock monsters. Yes, it makes short work of these abominations. Ooh. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh, fuck. And he fires fireballs. Which luckily I have cover here. Hopefully this cover doesn't break. Which I don't think it will, because we have a fixed background. Okay, he's charging, it looks like. So I'm gonna wait for him to fire. Which he does more than once, I take it. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna fire... Oh, no! Oh, crap! See, I was gonna use the ice wand, but it auto-targets... It looks like it auto-targets whatever's closest to you, not what you're facing. No, that didn't appear to do any damage anyway. Maybe it has to be while he's doing that charging thing? Ah, yes. It just has to be while he's doing that. Okay. He's already to yellow, so... do I only have to hit him 3 times? Green to yellow to red? Seems to do the charge when he spawns in a little dude. Fire! Oh, I'm out of power. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. So I just have to dick around until the ice wand recharges, I guess. Which does look like it's over time, not when you defeat an enemy. Good thing he never repositions so he can shoot me past the cover. I guess he's an idiot. Yeah. This does make him look really dumb that he's not even trying to go around the cover. I mean, I don't know how smart an incubus is supposed to be, so maybe he is just dumb, but... Yeah, he doesn't seem like much of a threat. Oh, is that another red bar beneath his kind of orangey red bar? I guess his health... He has more health than I thought. I thought it would just go green to yellow to red, but it's green to yellow to orangey red to then empty? I don't know. Nothing new is happening, though, so this tactic is clearly working. I do have plenty of power for another shot. Yeah, that looks like the magic items recharge really fast, so... That's very nice. Oh no! Maybe I should have moved or done anything. Level up! Okay, yeah. So maybe it's just fixed intervals, like when you defeat a boss.
I did it! I found the Duke!
Okay. Did I need you to? I mean, I know you said you were gonna go get help, but I killed the incubus, so the time for help is long past.
Are we too late?
Yes, I did all of the work without you.
Don't be a fool. Look around you. Of course we're too late.
Teronus told us about your grandfather. I'm sorry.
I know, he was the best character in the game so far.
Thank you, but now I just want to get back to the telescope as quickly as possible.
Yeah, surely that galleon is past the horizon now, meaning we can't possibly see it with a telescope, but
Well,
sure.
come on then. What are we waiting for?
Unless it's a magical telescope that allows us to scry to any location as opposed to a physical actual sightline.
You two stay here with the professor. Some of the imps may still be lurking within the smaller caves.
That's actually a good point. Why am I watching this? And then we just cut away, but nothing happened. What was I looking at? It was just a person carrying a book to the boiler?
There. What are you waiting for?
Are you this pushy with everyone?
Yes, he's a dick. You hadn't picked up on that yet.
No, just you.
I think that's only because he doesn't deal with anybody else, because he's like some weird recluse that just stays in here and minds his own business. A bit like me. I don't go out much either, but I try not to be that much of a dick. Jesus. Ooh, oh, look at that. Oh, like hinged arm on the chair to lower down. This is a really cool design telescope. And no, it is just a physical sight line, not some magical telescope like I was imagining. We're weirdly low to the water, though. We were higher up in the previous zoom level, so this perspective is impossible. It's a ship. I see it. Do we know where it was going? I mean, we knew there was a ship.
The ship is sailing at speed towards rain.
At speed, it was crawling.
Then we have no time to waste. We must return to Haven. There we can devise a plan to intercept the galleon.
Well, I don't think we can intercept it. If it's going to rain, in the time it takes us to travel all the way back to the Haven, dick around talking about a plan, it will have made it to rain. So it's not so much intercept the galleon as it is just make a plan to go to rain.
We have no time for plans. We should go to rain now.
Well, we should probably bring some backup so we don't get horribly killed as soon as we get there.
No, it's mistakes we have no time for.
Correct.
If we charge to rain ill-equipped, we face certain death. The galleon will be heavily guarded, and we need more men.
Okay, but we must hurry.
Thank you for all your help, Teronus, but I'm sure you're anxious for the restoration of peace to your library. So we'll bid you well and take our leave.
Good luck.
Good luck. I'm gonna be an obnoxious dick here alone.
Godspeed.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing, Teronus. You were a bit of a douche. Oh, at least we just cut to Haven.
From the advance guard verifies a large presence of Silver's troops in the city of Rain.
My god, that's not surprising at all.
A number of these will be concentrated in and around the dockside area, securing the women.
My god, that's not surprising at all.
We're not equipped for a seaborne assault. We'll have to battle our way through the city.
No, a head-on attack would be suicidal. Their force is far superior to ours, and they outnumber us 5 to 1.
Only 5 to 1? There aren't that many of us, so even 5 to 1 isn't that many dudes.
We have no choice. We cannot improve our armory or increase our numbers.
Cut to credits. I guess we're boned.
No, but we can ensure that we take full advantage of the resources we do have and disperse them appropriately. We should split up into smaller groups and attack key areas simultaneously.
Have you noticed that the Duke talks like the calmest of any character, and yet his portrait is him shrieking loudly?
Surely we're stronger as one large body of men.
Not necessarily. If we separate into pairs, we could secure a wider area and filter through the city largely undetected.
Yes and no. We could theoretically secure a wider area, but individual men, or like pairs of men, like 2 guys, might not be able to secure anything because 2 guys isn't enough of a force to secure a part, right? Like, I think we're a little too small of a group to do that.
I agree, but I think we should regroup at the docks to safeguard the women together.
Okay then. I presume no one else has anything new to add. Then I suggest we proceed to Rain as quickly as possible.
All right. Well, I'm glad we came here to talk about this highly intricate plan of pairing off. We could have just said, let's pair off, on the way to Rain. It takes like 2 seconds to say it. Let's go in pairs. See there, I did it.